The Special Court has held former Executive Director of Nepal Oil Corporation Gopal Bahadur Khadka guilty of amassing wealth disproportionate to his income. The back-to-back graft cases have rippled the nation in recent time as CIB has launched investigations into cases including fake Bhutanese refugee scam and Lalita Niwas land scam, among others. Amid all these scandals, the general sense prevails that Prime Minister Dahal has a great opportunity to enhance his public standing, provided his government handles each of these scams, holding the rule of law as supreme. Good evening, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan, and these are the headlines of the hour. The Kosi government collapses with sort of one vote. New government also in limbo. UML without government leadership in all provinces. The 8 years of republicanism fails to produce provincial laws. Pokhara holds discussion of federalism implementation as validity of provinces questioned. Paddy Day is celebrated with much fanfare across the country. Farmers have a field day with the onset of paddy season. Leaders and tourists rejoice for a day. And both the semi-finals of SAF Championship slated for tomorrow. Bangladesh up against Kuwait and India pitted against Lebanon. CPN-UML-led government has been toppled in Kosi province as Chief Minister Hikmat Kumar Karki failed to generate a vote of confidence at the province assembly earlier today. CPN Mao Center and Janta Samajwadi Party, who were in the ruling coalition of the province, had withdrawn their support, following which Karki had presented his proposal for trust vote at the province assembly. Of the 49 province assembly members attending today's meeting, 46 voted in support of the trust vote against 43. Karki failed to generate the majority requirement of 47 votes in the 93-member provincial assembly, which led to the collapse of the government. As per the sub-article 2 of the article 168 of the Constitution of Nepal, Karki was appointed the chief minister on the basis of support from 2 or more parties on the 8th of January. After Karki's failure to generate the vote of confidence, there is uncertainty regarding the leadership of the new government. Of the alliance partners, Nepali Congress has 29 members, while CPN Mao Center has 13 members. Nepali Congress Province Chief Whip Bhupendra Rai has said that the topic of the leadership of the new government was yet to be concluded. Kosi in charge of Mao Center, Ram Karki, has claimed that Mao Center must lead the new province government in Kosi. In the 93-member province assembly, CPN-UML has 40 members and Rashtriya Prajatantra Party has 6 members, which meant that 46 members were in support of the outgoing Chief Minister Karki. Meanwhile, the other alliance has 29 members of Nepali Congress, 13 of CPN Mao Center, 4 of CPN with a single member. Janta Samajwadi Party has already decided to remain neutral. CPN-UML has exited from the federal and all the provincial governments after failing to generate the vote of confidence in the Kosi province. Following alliance with CPN Mao Center, Rashtriya Swatantra Party, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party and Janta Samajwadi Party on the 25th of December last year, CPN-UML had led 4 out of the 7 provincial governments. From UML, Khagaraj Adhikari was the chief minister in Gandaki, Nilagiri in Lumbini and Rajendra Singh Rawal in Sudur Paschim province. After the split of UML Mao Center coalition, chief ministers from UML failed to pass the floor test and the governments collapsed within a month. UML-led governments toppled one after another in provinces after formation of the new coalition for the presidential election. With the absence of parliamentarians from Nagarik Unmukti Party, Rawal-led government collapsed at the beginning of the year. Gandaki Chief Minister Adhikari exited the government on the 22nd of April, while Giri lost power in Lumbini 2 days later. Federalism has been implemented for the past 8 years in the country. However, dilemma persists between the federal and provincial governments regarding the common rights identified in the Constitution. This has led to the delay in the formation of laws required for implementation of federalism. The province governments spent their first 5-year term by just sharing their grievances with Singhadarbar, the major administrative hub of this country. Chief ministers have again shared the same complaints with the federal government. Article 231 to Article 237 of the Constitution have clarified about the interrelation between the three tiers of the government: Federation, Province and Local Level Coordination and Interrelation Act was issued as provision by the Constitution. However, the problems faced by the provinces have remained intact. According to Chief Ministers, province governments have not been able to perform to expectation because of the failure in using the independent and common rights mentioned in the Constitution. They have complained about confusion regarding the rights arranged by the Constitution. Prime Minister is the chairperson of the National Coordination Council formed to address the confusions between federal and provincial governments. The council includes chief ministers of all 7 provinces as members. At the meeting of the council held in Pokhara, chief ministers have identified the need for addressing the issues of the provinces. It's Asar 15 today as per Nepali calendar, as the 15th National Paddy Day was observed with much fanfare across the country. The day is being observed as National Paddy Day since the Nepali year 2061 with the objective of increasing paddy yield. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, only 12% paddy plantation has been completed this season. In the absence of adequate rainfall, the parameters of paddy plantation has failed to get expanded. In places with good irrigation facility, the day was observed with much fanfare. It is estimated that paddy plantation is conducted in an area of 1.4 million hectares of land in the country with a total yield of 5.5 million ton. However, the produce falls short by 1 million ton. This has led to import of rice worth 45 billion rupees in the country. On the occasion of the National Paddy Day, former Prime Ministers and Deputy Prime Ministers reached different places of the Bharatpur metropolis and Chitwan for plantation. CPNUM Chairperson KP Sharma Oli, who reached a farm for plantation in Bharatpur Ward number 24, saying that Nepal could manage the 5-month-long period of border blockade because of agriculture, Oli stressed on the need for modernizing and commercializing agriculture in the country. Former Prime Minister Baburam Bhattarai planted in Bharatpur 20 Bhimnagar. He also stressed on the need for modernizing agriculture. Rashtriya Swantrata Party's chairperson Ravi Lamichhane planted in different places of Bharatpur. According to Agriculture Knowledge Center Chitwan, 20% plantation has been done in Chitwan by today. Of the 33,836 hectares of arable land of the district, paddy is planted in 19,890 hectares. Tourists in Pokhara have relished the plantation festival organized on the occasion of the National Paddy Day today. Foreign tourists participated at the 18th Plantation Festival organized by the Pokhara Tourism Council at Pokhara Ward number 13, Kesari Fort. The tourists who had reached Pokhara appeared enthusiastic as they played with mud and water. Several games were also organized during the festival where the foreigners participated. Several attractions were also included in the festival, including plantation, asare songs and auction race.
Play with the kids in the mud.
The annual festival has also contributed in promotion of agriculture tourism. Despite good production of paddy in Pokhara, arable land has been on the decline because of increasing urbanization. And in our Public Voice segment today, we have asked about the problems faced during plantation. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public Voice.
खडेरी भयो अब पानी नै छैन खेत रोप्ने गाह्रो भइराछ
2-4 दिन बास बसेर नै पानी लिएर आउनु पर्या थियो आज रातभरि पानी आउनाले सजिलो भयो
लामो समय खडेरी परेको हुनाले बिउ पनि राम्रो निस्केको छैन
विकासे मलहरुको कमी भइरहेको छ
फुलहरु है बाडी पहिरोले भत्काइदिया छ
डिजलहरुको धेरै महँगो छ त्यसकारणले पानी पम्प सेटहरु पनि हामी त्यो लगाउन सकिरहेको छैन
सुकेर अहिले बल्ल हरियो भएको मल हाल्न पाइएन समयमा
मल जता त्यतै खोज्न गए नि अहिले कता कता जानु पर्छ खोजे मात्र पाउँदैन त्यही पनि
नहरमा पानी आइरा छैन मल खादको सुविधा छैन
The special court has found former executive director of Nepal Oil Corporation Gopal Bahadur Khadka guilty of corruption and amassing illegal wealth, issuing a verdict of jail sentence and fine. The joint bench of judges Srikant Paudel, Salikram Koirala and Khushi Prasad Tharu has slapped a jail term of 15 months and a fine of 91.9 million rupees on Khadka. All properties in the name of Khadka, including houses and bank balances, are also to be confiscated. According to spokesperson of the special court, Dipendranath Yogi, the court has also ordered for confiscation of 3 houses in the name of Sarmila Khadka and Anita Lama. The Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority had filed a case for amassing illegal wealth exceeding 180 million rupees on the 20th of December 2018. According to the anti-graft body, while in the designation, Khadka had spent 273 million rupees, out of which sources of only 86.4 million was identified. In addition to the houses of his ancestors, Khadka has built and purchased 3 houses, made partial payments for 2 houses and had purchased 11 plots of land in several places in Kathmandu, Lalitpur, Bhaktapur and Kavri districts. The Supreme Court has issued a so-called notice in the writ filed by those arrested for the alleged involvement in the forgery in the Lalita Niwas land scam of Balwatar. Single bench of Justice Kumar Chudal has issued a so-called notice on the writ filed by Min Bahadur Gurung, Sudhir Kumar Shah and Dharma Prasad Gautam. The trio in the writ have cited that they were arrested unlawfully, adding that the statute of limitation had already expired in the case. The 3 had also demanded their immediate release without any terms and conditions. The court has directed the Ministry of Home Affairs to furnish the clarification for the arrest with evidences through the Office of the Attorney General within 24 hours. The Central Investigation Bureau of Nepal Police had arrested the 3 on Tuesday. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, the Kathmandu District Court had ordered a 7-day custody for required investigations. Khemlal Harikala Lamichhane Social Welfare Academy has issued a list of 15 creations for the Padma Shri Literature Award of 2017 and BS as per the Nepali calendar. Of the creations of last year, 180 books were registered for the award, of whom 15 best creations have been recommended for the award in the first phase. According to President of the Academy, Jiwa Lamichhane, the best book creation be announced and awarded following the second phase of shortlisting. The Academy has been awarding Best Creation with the Padma Shri Literature Award from among the books published throughout the calendar year since 2063 BS. And it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And yesterday we had asked you, why has the government implemented tighter measures on concessional loan? 52% of you voted for option A, fear of misuse, 28% voted for option B, lack of budget, and 20% voted for option C, lack of contribution by production. And here is our today's question. And the question is, why have laws required for provinces not formulated despite 8 years of federalism? Our options are option A, centralized mindset, option B, jurisdiction confusion, and option C, dilly-dally trend. The voting is on. Type in a WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share opinion with us. And time for international update. Crisis hit Pakistan has reached a top-level agreement with the International Monetary Fund over $3 billion of funding. The deal, which still needs to be approved by the Global Lenders Board, comes after an 8-month delay. The South Asian nation is facing its worst economic crisis since independence from Britain in 1947. To help secure the deal, Pakistan's central bank raised its main interest rate to a record high of 22% on Monday. Pakistan's economy, which was already struggling after years of financial mismanagement, has been pushed to the brink by a global energy crisis and devastating floods that had hit the country last year. Once agreed at a staff level, such deals are usually granted by the IMF's executive board. And now time for sports update.
Sports news.
And news from SAP Championship. Both the semi-final matches of the SAP Championship are being held tomorrow in Bangalore. Bangladesh are up against title contenders Kuwait in the first semi-final, which is slated for 3:15 p.m. kickoff Nepal time at Bangalore's Kantipur Stadium. Kuwait had qualified for the semi-final as Group A winners, as they have been undefeated in the tournament. Kuwait had notched up big wins against Nepal and Pakistan before playing a 1-1 draw against host India. And those were our latest headlines. Up next is News in Nepali. Good night.